Bonjour. Today's lesson is the rest of the vocabulary on page 125, the numbers. À la page 125, les nombres. A long time ago, probably in September, we learned the numbers from 1 to 30. They're on page 10. You're going to need to go back and review those numbers for this lesson. We're going to use those numbers in the higher numbers today. Let's take a look. We've had 20 and 30 before, 20 and 30. And the other decades here are 40, 40, 50, 50, and 60, 60. For the number 40, think of the girl's name Karen, 40. For the number 50, think of the number 5, 5, 50. 60 again is pronounced 60. If you go back and look at how we did 21 through 29, it's the same format for all of these decades. You're just going to add the numbers 1 to 9. So 44, for example, would be 44, 55 would be 55, 63 would be 63, connected with a hyphen. So these are very easy, okay? So again, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. After the number 69, it gets a little tricky. For 70, they use 60-10. There's no special number for 70. 70. So for the 70s, we're going to add 10 through 19. So 71 will be 60, 8 11, 70 and 11. 72, 72, 73, 73, 74, 74, 75, 75, 76, 76, here's 77, 77. You're saying 60 and 17. 78, 78, 79, 79. So you have to know the teens for that decade. You have to do 11 through 19. Then we get to the 80s. 80s are a combination of 4 and 20. 4 20s. 4 times 20 is 80. So for the 80s, we're going to count 4 20s and 1, 4 20s and 2, up to 4 20s and 9 for 89. So take a look. 82 is 82. That's the only example I have here. 85 would be 85, 86, 86. So you're counting from 1 to 9. You're adding it on to 80. The only time you add the S on 20 is for the number 80. All the other numbers drop the S in the 80s. The 90s are similar to the 70s. We're going to add the teens. We're going to say for 90, 90, 4 20s plus 10. I know this is crazy. So 91, 91, 92, 92, 93, 93, 94, 94. Here's 95, 95, 4 20s and 15. 96, 97, 98, 99. Take a look at 99. 99, 4 20s and 19. So that's the longest one of all of them. 100 is cent, C-E-N-T, and 1000 is mille, M-I-L-L-E. Mille is not in your book. Please add that to your notes. When you're making compounds of 100, if you want 200, 200, 500, 500, etc. Just put the number in front of the word 100. Okay? There is no general chart for numbers in your textbook, but if you go online, type in French numbers, you'll be able to find the numbers in many different places, I'm sure. In particular, you should copy down into your notes 70 through 99. That's the trickiest, these are the tricky ones to learn, okay? If we were in school, we'd be doing a lot of worksheets on this. It's up to you just to learn it on your own. Maybe you'd find some sort of a tutorial on the internet on numbers, okay? So learn the decades first, and then review the numbers from 1 to 19, and you should be able to figure out the whole pattern from 1 to 100, okay? It is a pattern, you just have to learn the patterns. All right, so that's all for today. Au revoir.